We're now going to start our second project. This is actually my favorite project out of all of them. It's going to be a little bit difficult if you haven't done a lot of woodworking stuff lately, but if you have some basic woodworking skills, it's not going to be too hard. We're going to show you how to make a wood riser, just like this. We're going to have arrow nocks and hand grips and everything carved into it. We're going to stain it and seal it. Now, for my hand grip, the materials that you need for this is just a piece of wood. Obviously, any wood that you have available to you is going to do, but if you can get yourself your hands on some hardwood like red oak, which is what this is. Now, I couldn't find like a 4x4 or a 3x3 red oak wood stud, so what I had to do is I got a couple different thinner boards that were like 3 inches by 24 inches, and then I laminated those together to get this wood block. So on top of our wood that you're going to need, the only other materials that you're actually going to need are your used pair of skis that we got on Craigslist. This one cost us about 30 bucks, so obviously it's not the whole ski because we've cut it down. Now when you're looking into finding your skis online, really you want to check them out. We found a few out there that we went to go buy that looked really good online, but once we got there we realized they were either wood ones that were rotting and cracking, or the actual veneers were starting to separate, stuff like that. So you want to make sure you look at that kind of stuff because things like that are going to weaken your limb of your bow. The other thing that I found was you can use a cross-country ski if you want because it's a little thinner. The only thing is cross-country skis are a lot more flex. Like you can see, this has very little give to it, because it's actually 2 strips of aluminum with a piece of fiberglass down the middle. So it's very reinforced and it's strong. With a cross-country ski, it's very light and flexible. So you're going to want to use your backing, and you're going to want to use a fiberglass tape backing to go ahead and build that up and get that strength in there. Other than that, any kind of ski will really do. One thing I got really lucky with, and it seems to be a common design in many skis, is they have these kind of little cutouts here on the tip, and essentially that's going to work as our knock points for our string. So I didn't even have to worry about filing anything in there. I was able to get a hold of these, and when I saw that I was just like, ah, perfect. So if you're able to find that, that's one less step. Now I don't cover that step, so if your skis that you buy don't have this little notch already pre-put in by the factory, you will need to file down the tip here to make a knock for your string. That's one step that we don't cover in the project simply because I didn't need to do it for my skis. The only other materials you're going to need is your string and some bolts. Now you can use the string that we have online in our blog about how to make a Flemish twist. If you don't want to do that, you can also just use paracord. And then also bolts. I have two 2-inch bolts that are 5/16 and 2 1-inch 5/16 bolts with a washer and a nut. And these are going to be used to attach your limbs to your riser when you're done. Really, that's all the materials you're actually going to need. Is just some wood for your riser, your bolts, a string, and your skis. Everything else is just going to be your tools, which is going to be drill presses and saws. But if you don't have all those, just a handheld saw and a good set of wood rasps. And you're going to be able to get this project done pretty easily. So let's go ahead and get this started. We'll show you how we made everything here, and then you can get started on using the bow.